Come the next morning, my newfound strength had still remained. I felt it in my feet first, as if the earth beneath me pushed back with each step, no longer trying to swallow my fragile frame. My father laughed when he saw me lift a full sack of grain without struggling. My mother wiped her eyes, calling it a gift from Apollo. I believed it, too. The days passed in a haze of sun and song. My voice, once frail, now rose clear and strong. I sang my family songs in praise of Apollo, songs of golden chariots and golden bows. I worked beside my father in the fields, the sweat on my back, a mark of pride, not of pain. My mother no longer hovered at the door, fearful of another coughing fit. I was healed. I was whole. But it did not last. It was subtle at first. My mother said I'd been in the sun for too long, but I knew it wasn't that. My father poured me wine and told me to rest, but no amount of blankets could chase away the chill. The fire within me had begun to die. The strength that I had clung had begun to ebb. The tickle in my throat crept back, familiar and unwelcome. Each breath carried the ghost of the cough that I thought I had left behind. But even worse, of all of this, was the cold. Even in the heart of summer, I could not shake it. The midday sun would hang high and blister the earth, but I felt nothing. Only the hollow chill sinking into my bones. I knew what I needed, but I didn't dare admit it. On an especially hot afternoon, I sat shivering beneath a grove of trees when I saw Evadne, small and gray in her stubborn gait, slowly approaching, searching for any overlooked tufts of grass to devour. Upon seeing me, she sauntered close to nuzzle at my hand, trusting as ever. I could not stop myself. The warmth that I had longed for was within her, pulsing beneath thin skin and coarse hair. I held her close, and before I even knew what had happened, she was staring up at me with vacant eyes, her neck bent at a sickening angle. But now the desire to grieve mattered far less than the need to feed. It was awkward and clumsy, tearing at flesh and hide with hands and teeth not designed for this purpose. After ripping through her neck with a stick, I was able to unleash a small rivulet of blood. I tipped her up and I consumed. It was as if the sun itself poured through me, fierce, golden, alive. The cold receded. I felt taller, stronger. The fire returns and air becomes billows that no longer claw at me. Power floods every limb, every thought, until the world blurs at the edges, white, hot, and pulsing. I don't remember falling. Only the feeling of being consumed. When I come to, my hands and face are stained red, and the silence stretches wide around me. But I am driven from my euphoria when I glance down at my feet, and I see what was once Evadne. But the sight of her butchered and lifeless form was unbearable. I buried her quickly, blood and dirt clinging to my trembling hands. The next day, my father asked where she had gone. I lied. I said she must have wandered off in the night. My mother frowned, worried for the milk we would no longer drink and the cheese that we could no longer make. Days passed, and though we had other goats, the ramifications were immediate. Without her milk, our bread was thin and dry. Our offerings to Apollo grew fewer. My father's brow furrowed deeper as the hunger in our home grew sharper. I saw the strain in his face, the hollow look in my mother's eyes, and all the while I stayed warm. I no longer coughed. I no longer ached. I helped where I could with my borrowed strength, but the price weighed heavy. And even now, under the midday sun, I can feel the chill creeping back in.